Kindness is often celebrated as the ultimate virtue, a gentle force that binds humanity together. But have you ever paused to wonder, what happens when kindness goes unchecked? What if giving too much of yourself to the world leaves you empty, vulnerable, or even broken? In a world that thrives on taking more than it gives, kindness can become a silent thief, robbing you of your energy, time, and sometimes even your sense of self. We rarely question the cost of being too kind, yet the price is often paid in exhaustion, disappointment, and emotional pain. Today, we'll explore an unsettling truth: 8 ways kindness can ruin your life. But don't despair. This is also a guide to reclaiming balance and protecting your spirit, with 4 transformative strategies that will help you stay kind without losing yourself. This isn't a call to stop being kind. It's an invitation to understand the power of kindness and learn how to wield it wisely. Let's begin. Kindness, as a virtue, carries a quiet power to uplift others and create meaningful connections. However, when kindness becomes excessive or lacks boundaries, it can weigh heavily on your life in ways you might not realize. Let's explore how unchecked kindness can quietly erode your balance and well-being. Note 1. You set yourself up for disappointment. It's a universal truth. When we give, we hope for something in return, even if we don't openly admit it. The world, however, doesn't always reflect back what we offer. Imagine pouring your energy, time, and resources into others, expecting them to reciprocate when you need them most, only to find that your efforts are met with indifference or even ingratitude. This creates a vicious cycle of frustration, disappointment, and emotional exhaustion. The Stoics remind us to act without clinging to expectations. Yet, it's easier said than done. Deep down, humans crave acknowledgement and fairness, and when these are absent, it can hurt deeply. By being overly kind, you inadvertently set yourself up for disappointment. Over time, this unbalanced exchange drains your emotional reserves, leaving you resentful, fatigued, and questioning the fairness of the world. The key here is not to stop giving, but to give wisely. Be kind, but detach yourself from the need for recognition. This helps you practice emotional resilience and protects you from unnecessary emotional pain. Number 2. Others begin to depend on you. Kindness has a way of creating habits, not just for you, but for those you help. When you consistently offer support, people begin to see you as a safety net, someone who will always be there to handle their problems. While this might seem like a compliment to your character, it can quickly spiral into a one-sided dynamic where your generosity becomes a crutch for others. Think of this. Every time you step in to solve someone else's issue, you teach them that they don't have to solve it themselves. Over time, they grow dependent on you, and their sense of responsibility diminishes. Instead of building their own resilience, they take your efforts for granted. In doing so, they may unintentionally overlook the toll it takes on you. This dynamic also comes at a personal cost. When you're busy managing others' lives, who is managing yours? By the time you realize that your own responsibilities have been neglected, the damage might already be done. The Stoics advise moderation in all things, including generosity. Helping others is meaningful, but balance is essential to prevent kindness from becoming enabling. Note 3. Your own goals get neglected. A life centered on meeting the needs of others often means sacrificing your own dreams, ambitions, and self-care. Have you ever felt so consumed by helping others that you don't have the time or energy to focus on your personal growth? If so, you're not alone. Many people fall into this trap, believing that their worth lies in their ability to serve others. But when you always prioritize others, your own goals become sidelined, gathering dust in the corner of your mind. Worse yet, excessive kindness can become a way to avoid dealing with your own inner struggles. It's easier to focus on solving other people's problems than to face your own fears, insecurities, or pain. But as the Stoics remind us, running away from yourself only delays the inevitable. The challenges you avoid now will resurface later, often with greater intensity. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. If you neglect your own needs, you risk burnout, frustration, and a growing sense of emptiness. The Stoics encourage us to live by reason and virtue, which includes setting boundaries and prioritizing our own responsibilities. Remember, before you can help others thrive, you must first nurture yourself. Kindness, while a beautiful trait, can become a double-edged sword when it lacks balance. By giving too much, you may find yourself drained emotionally, mentally, and even physically. The good news is that this is a pattern you can change. By recognizing these hidden costs, you can begin to reclaim control over your life and ensure your kindness uplifts both you and those around you. How excessive kindness shapes others' perceptions of you. Kindness is often seen as a strength, a quality that draws others to you. Yet, when you give too much, too often, and without boundaries, it can alter how people see you in ways you might not expect. Over time, your generosity can lead others to misinterpret your intentions or undervalue your worth. Let's explore how unchecked kindness can distort the image others have of you. Number 4, people may see you as weak. In a world where boundaries are essential for respect, failing to set limits can inadvertently signal weakness. While your intention is to help others, they may begin to see you as someone who can't stand up for yourself. When you always say yes, people might assume you lack the strength to assert your own needs or say no. This dynamic can lead to exploitation. For instance, a colleague might dump their workload on you because they know you won't refuse. A friend might continually ask for favors without considering your well-being. Over time, these behaviors can erode your sense of control and self-worth. Ironically, the very people you're helping may start to respect you less. The Stoics emphasize the importance of self-discipline and limits. By practicing these, you show others that while you are kind, you are also strong and capable of prioritizing your own well-being. Saying no doesn't diminish your kindness. It enhances it by ensuring that your help comes from a place of strength, not obligation. No. 5. You attract opportunists and energy drainers. The energy you give off shapes the people you attract. When you're overly giving, you may unintentionally draw people who see your kindness as an opportunity to take advantage. These individuals, often referred to as energy vampires, seek relationships where they can extract as much as possible without offering anything in return. Over time, their negativity and demands can drain you emotionally, leaving you feeling used and unappreciated. Worse, their constant neediness can pull you into a lower state of mind, affecting your mood, energy, and overall quality of life. The more you give to such people, the more they will expect, and the less likely they are to respect your boundaries. To protect yourself, the Stoics advise discernment. Evaluate whether your kindness is truly helping or simply enabling harmful patterns. By setting limits and distancing yourself from toxic individuals, you preserve your energy for those who genuinely value and reciprocate your efforts. Known 6. Your relationships become transactional. When people grow accustomed to your generosity, they may begin to see your kindness as a resource rather than a genuine act of care. This can create a transactional dynamic where they only reach out when they need something from you. Think about it. How often have you heard from someone only to realize they're calling because they need a favor? While their requests may seem harmless at first, the pattern becomes clear over time. They're not interested in building a balanced relationship, but in using your kindness for their gain. This can be particularly disheartening, as it challenges the idea that kindness fosters meaningful connections. Instead of building trust and closeness, excessive giving can leave you feeling isolated and undervalued. The Stoics remind us that true relationships are built on mutual respect and shared effort. By limiting how much you give and to whom, you create space for deeper, more meaningful connections. When kindness lacks boundaries, it can lead others to misunderstand or even misuse your intentions. While this can be painful, it's a reminder of the importance of balance. To be truly kind, you must first ensure that your kindness is respected and valued by those around you. Strategies to balance kindness and protect yourself. Kindness, when paired with wisdom and self-awareness, becomes a force that benefits both you and those around you. By setting boundaries and practicing mindful giving, you can maintain your generosity while protecting your well-being. Let's explore 4 transformative strategies to ensure your kindness is balanced and sustainable. No. 7. Pay attention to how you feel. Your emotions are a compass, guiding you toward what feels right and away from what drains you. When you help others, how does it make you feel? Are you uplifted and energized, or do you feel exhausted, unappreciated, and even resentful? These feelings are vital indicators of whether your kindness is in balance. The Stoics emphasized self-awareness as a cornerstone of wisdom. By taking the time to reflect on your emotions, you can identify when your generosity is becoming harmful. If helping someone leaves you feeling overwhelmed or used, it's a sign to reassess the situation. Giving should come from a place of abundance, not depletion. A small but very good tip for you: schedule moments of introspection. After helping someone, ask yourself, did this action bring me joy or frustration? Use your feelings as a guide to determine when it's time to pull back and refocus on your own needs. No. 8. Embrace the power of saying no. The word no often carries a weight of guilt, especially for those who are naturally kind. However, saying no is not an act of cruelty. It's an assertion of your boundaries and priorities. Without it, you risk becoming overextended and unable to give your best to the people and causes that matter most to you. Saying no can feel uncomfortable, but it's a skill worth mastering. The Stoics viewed self-discipline as essential for a balanced life, and this includes the ability to refuse demands that are unfair or detrimental to your well-being. Actionable tip: practice saying no in low-stakes situations to build confidence. When faced with a larger request, remember, declining doesn't mean you're unkind. It means you value your time and energy. No. 9. Protect your time and space. In a world filled with endless demands, carving out time for yourself is an act of self-respect. The Stoics taught the value of self-discipline, including the ability to prioritize personal well-being. Dedicate time to activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's exercising, reading, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of tea. These moments of self-care are essential for maintaining balance. Establishing this sacred time also sets a clear message to others. Your time is valuable, and interruptions must be meaningful. When you honor your own needs, others are more likely to respect them as well. Actionable tip: schedule me time into your calendar just as you would any other important commitment. If someone asks for your help during this period, politely decline or offer an alternative time that works for you. Number 10. Distance yourself from energy drainers. Not everyone in your life will have your best interests at heart. Some individuals, often referred to as energy vampires, thrive on taking without giving in return. They overwhelm you with their negativity, complaints, and constant demands, leaving you emotionally drained. The Stoics emphasized wisdom in relationships. Invest your energy in people who uplift you, not those who deplete you. While it may feel difficult, distancing yourself from toxic individuals is an act of kindness toward yourself. Actionable tip. Identify patterns in your relationships. If someone consistently leaves you feeling drained, consider limiting your interactions with them. When you do engage, set clear boundaries about what you're willing to offer. Kindness is a gift, but it must be given thoughtfully. By tuning into your emotions, learning to say no, protecting your personal time, and distancing yourself from toxic influences, you can transform your kindness into a balanced and powerful force. These strategies ensure that your generosity uplifts both you and those around you, without leaving you depleted. In conclusion, the art of kindness lies not in giving endlessly, but in giving wisely. Remember, your well-being matters just as much as the well-being of those you help. Balance is the key to preserving your energy, nurturing meaningful connections, and leading a life that reflects the values of wisdom, care, and self-respect. The wisdom of balanced kindness. Kindness is one of the most powerful gifts you can offer the world, but only when it's given with balance and intention. As we've explored, unchecked generosity can leave you drained, unfulfilled, and misunderstood. Yet, by applying the strategies we've discussed, you can protect your well-being while continuing to uplift those around you. The Stoics teach us that the key to a virtuous life lies in moderation. Kindness is no exception. Giving too little risks being seen as selfish, while giving too much can lead to exhaustion and disconnection. The middle path, the balance between caring for others and caring for yourself, is where true kindness thrives. As you move forward, remember these guiding principles. Listen to your emotions. They are your compass. Say no when necessary. It's a sign of strength, not selfishness. Protect your time and energy. They are finite and precious. Invest in relationships that uplift you. Distance yourself from those who drain you. Let your kindness be a reflection of your inner strength, not a source of your exhaustion. And never forget, taking care of yourself is one of the kindest acts you can offer the world, for only a fulfilled and balanced person can truly give from the heart. If this message resonated with you, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It helps us reach more people who might benefit from these insights. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, filled with wisdom and practical tools to guide you toward a life of clarity, balance, and purpose. Thank you for watching, and remember, kindness begins with you. See you in the next video.